This is no longer our battle. I tried fighting you. It can't be done.
Could you really rest for all of eternity, knowing that you had the chance to stop him, but did nothing?
Hello everybody, this is Snarist, and welcome back to my channel and the continuation of my Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor, no upgrade run. This is part 24, Hunting Partners. And we're back at it again with Torvin, as we walk and talk our way to a vantage point where we're going to be trying to track down a Graug, and we're going to try and kill it. Although by the end of the mission we end up riding one, and we unlock the ability to ride a Graug, but this will be literally the only time we ever use it, because I'm only doing story missions. I have no interest in side content, and I have no interest in upgrades, so it's almost more trouble than it's worth trying to take down a Graug. So essentially what Torvin's plan is to get Caragors to distract the Graug, and so when it starts to lean down to start feasting or resting, you sneak up behind it and you bleed its ankle by hitting it at the back. Now, I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure this is basically impossible to do until you've done this story mission and he gives you the strategy. Because if you try to sneak up behind a Graug at any other point in the game before this, I'm pretty sure he'll see you regardless. Doesn't matter if he's squatting in his cave, you know, during the night time, or if he's out in the daytime, I think he'll still always be able to detect you, so the story mission's pretty unique in that sense. And what happens after that is we need to get its attention by riding a Caragor and leading it back to this little canyon spot that we're standing on, so that we can get Torvin to track it and try and bring it down, but it doesn't work. But what the funny thing is that I managed to run back to this canyon area without a Caragor, because the Caragors are slightly delayed. The Caragors are slightly delayed when they're coming in to join in on taking advantage of the Graug's heel bleeding, because when you bleed the Graug, the Caragors smell the blood and they come to investigate. But they took that bloody long to arrive. I just thought it wasn't even really worth it. So definitely, I think getting the Caragor mountain is the tougher part here. So you're going to see me running, and I'm going to run back towards the canyon pass, which is where I'm supposed to go, but with a Caragor mount. But the Caragors took ages to turn up, and I was just trying to get the hell away from the Graug. If you end up bumping into like a piece of geometry by accident like I just did, make sure you go out of your way to dodge. If you dodge constantly across the ground, the Graug is eventually going to kill you. Because its radius on the slam attacks it does and the stomps it does is just too great. You can climb surfaces with the Graug when you mount it, but thankfully the AI, when you're not mounting it, can't do that. So it's still in the canyon, but it's making its way back to me, because Graugs, you know, the moment they spot you and see you, they can't do anything. And I tried to jump onto the Caragor there, but then I remembered I don't have that ability yet. And I never will, because I've got no upgrades. So now that the Caragor is distracting this Graug here, what I'm doing is I'm just taking my time to try to take advantage of the Caragors and do the counter. I think you have to move away from them when they jump towards you like that, and as soon as you've got your back turned to them, then you do the counter. I think that's how you do it. So I've mounted the Caragor, and I'm just going to run through the canyon, and it automatically locks onto me. So if I just squeeze past it there, the other Caragors are running away scared. So the Graug's going to move on its way there, and once Torvin catches it and distracts it, then I have to basically just shoot it in the head with the L shot until it gets staggered enough to move on to the next phase and the end of the mission. So I'm wondering what the hell I have to do here. You know, I don't know what I'm doing here, but I need to be going into my range mode and taking him in the head. I could have phrased that a little bit better, but whatever. So apparently I was supposed to wait to stun the Graug by shooting it with a headshot, but I kind of got ahead of myself by a few shots, and I'm wondering why it went into slow-mo there. It's because I had another elf shot. I wondered if I didn't have any elf shot if it would bug out there, but no. So the cutscene played, the Graug is not behaving, and we must have done it wrong, and I'm waiting to jump onto it, but we can't jump onto it because we don't have that ability either. So we have to get down behind it, and then we have to mount it from its feet. And after a little bit of a quick time, you've got to get the counter in. then you got to hold down the grab, then you got to counter again, you got to hold down grab again, then you do another counter, and then you got to move the cursor into the circle, hit the right button, and then that's it. And luckily I remember that this is on Xbox controls, even though I'm using a PS5 controller. So I remember that X is not actually X, it's actually square. And now you can charge full speed with the Graug right into these Oryx. They can possibly kill you, but it's very unlikely. If you want to know a clever little strategy to take out a bunch of them at once, get them near one of the ledges there, of those little cliffs, and then climb up the cliffs, and then move towards the other side, and then run back towards it, holding down the run button, and the Graug will sort of like shift itself off the edge onto the ground, and you'll squish them all. But otherwise, his regular attacks from the front don't do as much like coverage with the radius. If you do this sort of thing where you move in the other direction of where he's not facing and then attack, he does these massive sweep attacks that take out several at once. You can pick them up and eat them, but you only get a little bit of health back and it's not even really worth it, and you've got tons of health already. I mean, sure, my health for the Graug is down to 1/3, but that's all you need. And so you just go into the stealth mode, hit circle or B or whatever the button is on PC, and you kill it instantly, cutscene plays, and that's the end of the mission. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Darkness of Mordor doesn't seem to